Track shuffling zooming involves moving various clips from one track to another such that the frame being enlarged gets positioned on a track in the timeline that is above all the other tracks in question. What you can see playing now is the finished result that we're aiming for, which is a 4-in-1 zoom setup whereby each video clip takes its turn being enlarged to fill the screen. Next, I'll play the same clip sequence again, but without the tracks having first been shuffled into the necessary positions, and as you can see, all the clips apart from the top track become hidden behind the clips not being zoomed, which is not what we want, of course. And then at the beginning of the timeline we have the same 4 tracks, but all which have no editing done to them at all, apart from each being cut into 4 sections, which I'll undo now and show you how to divide them evenly in just a minute. But the first thing to do is to reduce each clip's frame size so that they each fill just 1/4 of the screen, and then position them as required. Because each clip is centered on screen, it means that even after scaling them, you can only see the top clip. So I'm just going to drag them into a slightly different position to make them easier to see, and then type in the position values manually. This is a Quad HD monitor that I'm working with, so the values you can see me typing in are for 1/4 Quad HD resolution. So now I'll divide them into 4 sections again as before, which based on the sequence being a total of 30 seconds long, requires increments of 7.5 seconds as I'm doing here. Once you've positioned the playhead and selected all the clips, press Ctrl K to cut them. If you accidentally cut in the wrong place, you can right click and select Join Through Edits. Next, I'll add position and scale keyframes to start at 3 seconds in, take half a second to enlarge, maintain the enlarged image size for 2 seconds, and then revert back to filling just 1/4 of the screen. Once you've added 8 keyframes to a particular clip, you can then navigate left and right by clicking on the small arrows, and then by selecting Reset Parameter for the 4 inside keyframes, their values then become reset to the full screen size. Now we need to swap the second track's clip with the first track's clip for the next 1/4 of the sequence, copy all the keyframes just created, position the playhead by editing the time manually, which in this case the value is 7.5 seconds added onto the initial 3 second starting point, which totals 10.5 seconds, and then pasting the keyframes into the effects panel, but we also need to now correct the position values. And then simply repeat this whole process for the remaining clips as I'm doing here. Ultimately, the only thing that matters about the order of the clips as I'm shuffling them from top to bottom is the clip that's going to be enlarged on screen to cover all the other clips needs to be placed on the top track. If you've noticed that I'm sometimes very slightly adjusting the keyframe panel width during this whole process, then if you look carefully, you can see it's because the small keyframe control arrows occasionally disappear, which seems to be a bit of a bug in Premiere Pro, and so I've found that just tweaking the panel size brings them back. Just in case you're wondering about where I got the model plane and helicopter from, they're models which I created in Blender for an RC simulator that I've been working on. If you found this video helpful, then please click on the like button, and remember you can always subscribe to my channel. Thank you. And that's it, a track shuffled 4-in-1 full screen zooming effect in Premiere Pro.